That's what it says right now, going live. Oh, we are live on YouTube. I'm going to get ready to go live on Facebook. I'm going to start it right now, actually. Man, it's been a while. Yes, I'm live again, live and well, so to speak. Anyway, we got Donald Trump and Fuzzy. I don't know if you guys can see that, but they are facing the American flag. They're facing the American flag. And it's just so cool. I was trying to get a good picture out here in the yard of them, looking at that American flag. And I don't know if it's working very well, but remember when Donald Trump came out for a speech and hugged the American flag? You guys remember that? Oh my God, that's like, hold on, 1st and 10. He comes out to that speech, hugs the American flag, and God, I mean, I was just thinking about that a little bit, and I've got notes today. Actually, believe it or not, I got some notes because I say today, I really do. But the rule today is, in a proper appeal. You stop and think about it. So baseball, softball, and you can get some football too, I guess. Now appeal calls. So an official makes a call and they appeal. Okay, I mean, and then in baseball, softball, the proper appeal is you go to the calling official. So if I call your girl safe, the other girl out, whatever the case is, and you want to appeal, you come to me, and then I sit and I determine in myself if I need help. And if I need help, I'll go to my partner and I'll just ask him, did you see something I didn't see? And he'll either say, yes, I did, or he'll say no, and then we turn around and make the call. And that's the very proper appeal that most people, a lot of times, official umpires and coaches don't get along. So the coach don't want to go to that umpire. He'll go to the other one. They'll start just, and then the other one's playing the mediator. This is how it goes. This is real life. Somebody's always playing the mediator. So coach don't like an official. I got coaches didn't like me. Every time I went to Scottville, Don Thomas, Frick, he just damn near give me a 5 if he didn't have to write a letter, right? Sometimes you just don't get along, but that's okay. That's how it is. I learn a lot. Don now officiates basketball. I did a couple games with him. No, I learned. I mean, it's just no big deal. We don't care. It's just awesome. You learn from them, the kind of people like that. You really do, to be honest with you. You really learn, man. I mean, John Judge, too. God, how much did I learn from him officiating? A lot. And, he never attacked me personally. John Judge would never attack me personally. He would say stuff loud enough for me to hear, talking to his players. And I grabbed that. I really did. I mean, it was like I really grabbed what they were saying so that you develop and you learn. And that's how you just get better and better. It doesn't mean you don't have bad games or something happens, but whatever the case is. But that's how you learn. You learn from good people. You really do. That wasn't even not even on my notes, man. You guys are in for a great treat. Ooh, in for a great treat right there. So the other thing too is, hey, listen. I mean, we're kind of halfway radical. I just went to Alaska. That was actually the real last Fuzzy show was Alaska. I did a couple peeps on Facebook Live, but that was nothing. This is the real Fuzzy show because we had a rule. See, that's the cue. It's the rule. If we don't have a rule, then there's no Fuzzy show. It's just hearsay. We got to start with a rule so that we know we have written document of everything I'm thinking right here. See, written document of everything that's on my mind. Rule, written document. All right, we're good to go from there. That is the Fuzzy show. So we went up. Here's what I thought of: is we went up to Alaska. If nobody knows. I am just like my dad. No, my dad. Yeah, I am just like my dad. So we rent the side by side, which is a Polaris 4x4. You know, they're little dune buggies. You know, hepped up dune buggies, whatever you want to call them. They're side by sides. They call them, because four wheelers just one person, and in the side by side you could have 2 seats or even 4 seats if you so desire. And so we went up. We got to see the glacier. Let me show you guys this. This is going to be awesome stuff right here. The glacier. That bottle right there. See that bottle of water? That is glacier water right there. High quality H2O. Like the water boy. Remember the water boy? This is high quality H2O right from the glacier. This is good stuff right here. And that, again, was not on my notes. So this is, you guys are getting extra overtime tonight. Overtime, Fuzzy. Must have been a while. I got stuff to talk about. It is crazy. All right, so we got that stuff. I'm getting my notebook back out because I don't want to lose track. So, and then my dad, well, yeah, we're in Alaska, and I don't know. Okay, so my dad, I rent this 4x4, the side by side, I rent it. And my dad is 87 years old. Okay, 87 years old. And we go up this mountain. We're going up this mountain, him and I. We're going up this mountain, and it tips over. Of course, he's heavier than I am. Oh, no offense, Dad. I mean, no offense. Just a little heavier, so it tips his way. And his seatbelt's stuck. We are going in the mud, people. This is like big time. I wish I should have been videotaping. I mean, I just wasn't fast enough to videotape this moment when my dad and I, my 87-year-old dad, is about head first in the mud. Going down. This is great stuff. And I'm thinking, oh, so I'm getting out. It is tipping more. And my dad's like, no, stop. Because, you know, these little 4x4s, these side-by-sides are pretty light. They're pretty light, you know. I mean, they're just light. So I got out, so I'm sitting on the side of them, and my dad's seatbelt won't come out. Now it's the seatbelt's stuck. I mean, it's like, oh my God, we're in a mess. It's panic mode. So my dad now is in panic mode. I mean, he is outright, what are we going to do? Oh God. Oh, this is, I mean, I think I built a memory forever, I think is what I would say. It's just like, oh my God, man, this is like so funny. So finally, I'm like, Dad, you got to get your foot on and hold that card up because they're not very heavy. So he finally gets his foot on. I get over there, get the seatbelt out. And then he tries to get out of the way. Of course, no, he's 87. I mean, getting out of the way is almost impossible, but he did do it. I will say that. He did do it. He got out of the way, and we got that car back. Oh, man. Oh, God, was that fun. And here's the whole thing, too. As I'm telling you, we're in Alaska together, and I don't think he was done. I'm like, no. I mean, we did a lot. We went to the glacier. I showed you the glacier water, 4x4, but there was so much more to do. So much more, man. And it was so much fun out there, especially with my dad. Oh my God, my 87-year-old dad, he's probably stronger than I am. He probably still whipped my ass, to be honest with you. I remember the one time, so Steven Frizzell, he's a state trooper, right? And I think he was like 15 or something and tried to talk back to Grandpa, and Grandpa freaking had his pants on the ground, dragging him around the driveway. Oh, there's no talking back to Grandpa or my dad. You know, they just freaking go, they just freaking, oh no, my dad's hip, man. How much fun was that on Alaska? Oh my God. I mean, oh, that was awesome. It really was. And that's even off subject again. I mean, I got all this stuff written down. All right. So here's what I really want to say tonight. This is some big stuff here. I'm just, I'm thinking out loud, and talk show hosts. I listen to some talk show hosts, and mostly conservative, right? I mean, and I'm not saying anything. These guys are telling you the truth. They really are. Whatever they're telling you are the truth. Like Hannity and Mark Levin, and I was listening to this dude on Breitbart today. They're telling you the truth. They really are. And I've been telling you guys for the last few fuzzy shows is you gotta be able to tell yourself the truth. You really do. You really gotta be able to look in the mirror and say, there's something's not right, right? And I'm going to give you an example right now. So I'm talking about these talk show hosts, and I love these guys, Hannity, Mark Levin. They're going to tell you the truth. They're really telling you the truth. But lately, I noticed, people are calling in. Oh, it's calling time. It's calling time. These people have been waiting on the phone for hours. And if they give you 3 seconds, you're a freaking lucky guy. I mean, I just listened to them, and they're like the most arrogant freaking talk show host I've ever seen in my life. There's some for all my liberal friends to agree on. I mean, these guys are so angry. Oh, listen to me. If you would have called me within the first hour, you would have heard everything you're talking about. So I already talked about what your question was. Thank you very much for calling. Thank you. Okay, who's next? Jim from Ohio. I'm sorry, your time is up. Thanks for calling. That's how these guys are. I mean, you wait hours. It's like, hey, listen, you're privileged to be on whatever freaking phone it is, Shawnee. I mean, there's a 15-yard penalty on these talk show hosts. 15 yards, right? We'll do the face mask, 15 yards for these talk show hosts because they're just arrogant. They're arrogant, so we're going to leave it right there. Right? Conceited. That's just crazy stuff. I mean, and so there's a truth. See, I'm able to look in the mirror. I'm able to tell truth. That's where everything starts. Is right here, man. You gotta be able to tell the truth. I like the guys, they tell the truth, but they're just arrogant, man. And I can't hardly stand listening to them anymore. And that's why they're starting to lose, listeners. I mean, thanks for calling. I'm sorry your time is up. I've already given you 50% more time. But the point is, they don't shut up. See, the talk show hosts just keep talking over top of the people calling, and then they're like, oh, you're out of time. I'm sorry about that. I got to let you go. I mean, how arrogant can you be? These people waited how long to talk to you? My God. I was today it just hit me freaking hard. It's like, my Lord, man. First of all, you can't hardly get on to talk to these big time people. And when you finally do, I'm sorry, your time is up. I've already given you 50 more cent time to anybody else. You understand? Thank you. I got to go. And then it's just like, whoa. So that's my beef with the talk show host, man. Joe Biden the other day. Remember this? He's like, you cannot say something didn't go wrong January 6th. That's what he's saying, right? You cannot say, you cannot have eyes and a brain and say nothing would happen January 6th. That's what he said, give or take a word or two. But I say this is you can't have any kind of freaking brain to not see something happen November 2020. I mean, if you're closing your eyes to November 2020, I mean, I don't even understand. I don't even understand. I learned this week, though. This week we're up there camping and a few things were brought up. Everybody shut their mouth. But I learned, why us Republicans love talking about politics? You know what? Us Republicans, we just love politics, man. It's like, we'll talk about it. The Democrats are liberals. They don't want to talk about it. They're like, oh, I'm passionate. That's fine. If you're passionate, talk about it. I mean, really, to be honest with you, if you're passionate, talk about it. But the point is, here's why they don't want to talk about this, because we are on the right side of the fence, man. That's why we want to talk about it. We just want to continue to talk about politics because we are on the right side of the fence. The liberals are, I don't want to hear, I don't want to hear. It's kind of like the Christians and the unbelievers, right? The Christians are so full of faith and they know the truth about Jesus. They just want to talk about it. And the unbelievers are like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. That's where we're at. You guys see, I mean, I've been saying that's the division. Believers, unbelievers. It's pretty simple. That's the division we're in. How do you fight that? How do you fight that particular division? That's the question people got to ask. You know, Mark Levin has a great book out. Mark Levin has a great book out, man. I mean, it's like it's good. It's got a couple. The last one just come out. It's good. You should read it. And but the same thing. The problem is not everything inside. Everything inside his book is correct. But the division is right and wrong. People are like, oh, don't talk to don't talk to anybody about this belief. It's like, hey, listen, there's a truck coming. Don't tell them not to cross. Don't tell them not to cross. The truck's coming. Gonna hit them and run them over. Don't tell them not to cross. That's like the same thing. You got to tell them the truth. There's no focus on the truth. I learned that this week. Why we talk about it is we're on the right side of the fence. We're on the side of truth and honesty. The other side is lies. I mean, just brittle freaking lies. And these people close their eyes. They close their eyes. It's just amazing. It just amazes me. It really does. It's like, how can you not see the truth? How can you not see this stuff? I mean, I don't think that was on my paper either, by the way. You know what I mean? Right? Well, Georgia and Atlanta, I don't know what's going on in Arizona or Georgia yet. We heard there's a lot of stuff they got. Is anything going to happen? I don't know, man. I mean, I want to stay positive and at the same time realistic. So I'm in that, when you're inside the drawing for the raffle and you just have that little bit of hope, man. That's where I'm at. That's it. I mean, I don't know. I don't think we don't have any stand-up people anymore. I mean, stop and think about this. Remember when they thought Bernie was so far left, even the Democrats thought the guy was crazy. Where the Democrats are beyond Bernie now. You see that? It's not that they thought he's all of a sudden, yeah, I like it. The Republicans were so far right. Now they got Liz Cheney and they got the dude from Utah with 29 wives, right? Mitt Romney going way left, and the right's going, wow, they're way left, way left. Guess what's happening? The right's coming. Watch these freaking videos and these tapes. Watch this freaking January 6th freaking trial. The right is coming. Dude, I don't know. I mean, they talk about we don't want to start. I just heard, Donald Trump say we don't really want to start another party because then you divide the Republicans and everybody loses. But I think he's wrong on this, to be honest with you. I think the 80 million or 85 million that voted for Donald Trump, 2020 would jump to whatever party he is. I mean, we are in a dire straits in this freaking country. People aren't even paying attention. They're not even freaking doing it, man. I mean, I don't know. They're not paying attention anymore. Our Republicans I don't even know where they're at. They're not paying attention to what's taking place. They're really not. They're not even paying attention, man. It's just like they're just going, oh, yeah, we just gotta, no. worked up a sweat on that one. That was hardcore. I don't even know where I am right now. You know, they're so bad right now. They're even after Donald Trump's records, man. They're after his tax records. Still, they just come out like Donald Trump has to release his tax records. See, here's the situation with Donald Trump. Donald Trump, first of all, exposed more corruption than I even dreamed of. You might have dreamed of as much as you've seen. I didn't. This corruption in Washington, D.C. is so deep. Oh my God. I mean, this place is deep. It's like, I don't know how would you put it? I mean, it's deep. And I always said, you know, when you start unplugging the swamp, there's there's freaking lizards, there's rats, and there's snakes that come out of the bottom of the swamp, and they're coming attacking Donald Trump like you've never seen anybody attack in your life. And if you deny that, back to the truth and falsehood we talked about earlier in the show about being able to tell yourself the truth. And now they're still after him. They're trying to get more tax records. What they wanted to do is they wanted to bankrupt the guy. They really did. The whole goal was to bankrupt Donald Trump. That's what they're trying to do. I mean, people are ruthless people. I'm telling you right, they'll bankrupt you. They'll bankrupt you. They'll bankrupt you. That's all three listeners. We're doing good. See, all of you. And myself, man. These people are after, there's no truth in their heart. There's no truth in their life. You know, the scary thing is, you know, there may have to be an uprising. And nobody wants that. Nobody, but they're talking going door to door for vaccine. Are you kidding me? Right? I mean, are you kidding me? I mean, I don't understand. It's going to be a time. There's going to be a spot. And we have nobody really standing up anymore, man. I mean, I just told you, Bernie, way left. Everybody's like, oh, Bernie's way left. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, the rest of the left wouldn't be on Bernie. And now you got Liz Cheney and Mitch Romney already way over here, and they're going to start coming. We have to start ousting these people in our House and Senate. We got to oust them, man. We got to oust them. We got to start looking at all these no-name people that really don't have any money to advertise, but all of a sudden you see the sign, check them out, man. Get on their Facebook, get on their freaking website, get everywhere you want to get, check these people out. And if you like them, promote them. You can promote them on Facebook until they block you. Facebook will block you. If you start promoting too many Republicans, they will block you. But do it the best you can. You get these names out. Okay, you don't have $10 to give him. That's all right. Get the name out, man. Oh, look, I just looked him up, man. Looks like good guy. Looks like a guy I'm going to vote for. And you promote these no-name people that you see the little signs now. Am I the only guy seeing these things? You know, like there's a guy running for governor here in Michigan. I forget his name, but I did see the sign. I'm preaching to myself. See, now I'm preaching to myself. But that's how we got to do it. That's how we got to get it out. You know, and you think about the cost of side by sides, these four wheelers, man, with two seats, four seats, 2 or 4 seats, side by sides, and dude, they're like this. They cost as much of a car, and they got no windshields, man. They're only this big. They got, the suspension. And they're like $25,000, and people just can't get it fast enough. Oh, I'm one of them. After being to Alaska and having that call with my dad, oh my God, oh my Lord. Just that was fun. Oh, it was panic mode for a moment, man. We're on our side. My dad is like, oh God, it's so funny. It's so awesome. Oh, what a dream. You know what I mean? But you know what? You want to protect your family from wrong, man. And sometimes you might have harsh conversations. But it doesn't mean you should stop loving each other, right? You gotta love each other. You gotta properly appeal to each other and each other's passions, and yes, have truthful conversations, because that's how the truth gets transformed. It's from conversations, from living in conversations. So uh, even though you're on one side of the aisle, we're on the other, man, conversation is good. Conversation is very good. Point of views is very good. And that's really what we got to think about, because we still got to stress the truth to our children. We still got, you got to stress the facts. Even though our children are older and they get a little on this other side, you still got to listen, and they don't want to talk about it. It's hard. But listen, talking about anything really is the premier healing consequence. So, if there's issues, you talk to somebody, and that's the healing process of whatever you have in your life and in your heart. And that's when it starts. And the healing process could be anything. It doesn't, it could be absolutely whatever's inside, and and you find somebody to talk to, and that's the healing process. It's just like political. Okay, we disagree on the political stance, but let's talk. Doesn't mean I don't love you. Doesn't mean I don't want to talk to you. Doesn't mean I don't want to see you. It's just we disagree. We can talk. We're okay with this stuff. Because I want to be able to share my thoughts and opinions with you also. Not, and you can share yours. I'm good with your opinions. And I'm just going to share mine back, is all. And, that's it. And then we go from there, right? But that's how the truth starts saying, now people start weighing facts, which they never do. All right, I'm way off subject again. Anyway, listen to this. We are the people right now. We're the ones that got to take care of business. We got to express our feelings, our heart, and our soul, and begin taking this country back. We can't let these liberals destroy everything our military men and women fought and died for. Like the song goes, all gave some, but some gave all. And we got to remember them people and fight for this country and move on. And with that, Fuzzy, over now.